What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining. This is the first episode of Kesh Corner, and I have the creator of Black Girls Interrupted joining me on this episode. So, hey, girl, hey.
Hey, boo, what's good, hon? How was your day? Matter of fact, you know what? How was your week? How has your week been?
My week was interesting, but we made it, so you can't beat that, right?
Ooh, do I even want to talk about this week?
That's what
Oh,
we here for. Let's talk, girl.
um, whew, where do I even begin? You know what? Let me tell you, I'm pissed. Okay, let me just put that out there on the floor. I'm pissed off,
Why
and I'm
you
gonna tell
pissed?
you I'm
Bring
pissed
it to the corner.
off. Breonna Taylor and Daniel Cameron.
Oh my goodness. You know what? It's a lot to digest, especially when it comes to that woman. It's a lot. But I'm glad you brought that up because did you know that earlier this week they released Breonna Taylor's video? You know, the video that they said that he didn't have that video.
I saw it.
So what's interesting about that is that Daniel Cameron, Louisville, Kentucky's Attorney General. We want to see the other half. You know, and what's so disturbing about that is that, you know, you watch the video and you see 10 officers just storming in while she's laying on the ground motionless. She's
But
she she's dead already.
what I couldn't what did not add up to me was I thought they were plainclothes officers that came. From the video, it looked like they were in uniform to me. You had no regards for this lady's body. It was almost like she was trash to them. I mean,
Right.
I watched the video. I know about 10 times because I know each time you're gonna take away something different. You're gonna see something different that you didn't see the first two times. You know, it could have been, oh my God, did you see the bullet hole that they said wasn't by the light switch, but there it, you know. So looking at it, watching it, digesting, I feel like Daniel Cameron failed.
He did.
Not only the community, but you felt it's almost like you murdered Breonna Taylor again in front of her family. And as much as I wanted to believe, the things that he was saying, I had to step back and I was just like, that doesn't even sound realistic. Like what now all of a sudden he filed a motion to seal the record so the records cannot be released. What are you
Exactly. You know what? I think he's hiding. I think he's hiding the truth. So I took a liberty. So I had to just watch Megan's the Stallion performance, right? And yes, and he had a lot to say. So you know what? I actually have a clip. So and you know what? We're gonna play the clip and then we're gonna discuss it because he had a lot to say. But you know what? We're gonna just play the clip. Okay, so here's the clip.
Present and stand up for justice. I think what you saw there in that display is someone who instead wants to fashion facts to a narrative. That narrative is simply not true in this particular case with Miss Taylor. Again, it is a tragedy what happened to her. But what you saw on the screen there and what your viewers saw is something that I've had to experience because I'm a black Republican, because I stand up for truth and justice as opposed to giving in to a mob mentality. And those are the sorts of things that will be hurled at me in this job. Those are sorts of things that I've heard when I was in college. Again, because I identify with a different political philosophy, and therefore that shades the way people view me. The fact that a celebrity that I've never met before wants to make those sorts of statements, they don't hurt me, but what it does, it exposes the type of intolerance that people, and the hypocrisy, because obviously people preach about being tolerant. You see a lot of that from the left about being tolerant, but what you saw there is inconsistent with tolerance. In fact, it's her espousing intolerance because I've decided to stand up for truth and justice. But what I will tell you is there are a lot of folks that look like me that aren't scared anymore, that are tired of the comments and the derogatory remarks that are made.
So, don't it just burns you up?
You know what? Let look. Let me get my life together. Let me. You sound just like a hypocrite.
Yes.
I don't care what political party you are, Republican, Democrat, Socialist, whatever. You're supposed to seek justice.
Yep.
You reviewed all the information. You lied to this family. You bought them off with $12 million.
Because if you didn't do it, why would you do that?
Absolutely. You charged one police officer. It's almost like he got a slap on the wrist. That's like, not to jump off of Breonna Taylor, but I want to just kind of jump to George Floyd. The man that killed him is out on bond. Oh, okay. We're tired. We're fed up.
But if you notice in his sentence, he said it's because I'm a black Republican, and then proceeded to say that, all this is from the left. So here you go, you're making it about politics. But no, Daniel Cameron, the reason why we are doing this, not because you're a black Republican, it's because you are black. And
Period.
the reason, yes, and the reason being, we expected you to make a, a example.
To
You
make
know,
things.
yes. So we expect you to not do what the rest of America is doing to black people, which is that, we are care about police. Lord knows how many times, no telling what goes on in the world every day, because there's a lot of police brutality you don't hear about. So no, Daniel Cameron, it's not because you're black and you're a Republican, because Miss Love, she's black and she's a Republican, and she stands for what's right. We don't like you because you're a Republican. But he had all this energy for Megan, but not for the police officers that killed
You had
Breonna
none of that
Taylor.
energy for the family. You had none of that for the family.
This
It's
piss poor excuse.
you spit in the family's face, and we know spitting on somebody is the most disrespectful thing that you could do to a person. That's what you did. You murdered. It's like you dug her body up and you murdered her again. So what are you hiding, Daniel Cameron? I want to know what the hell are you hiding? I'm sorry, what are you hiding?
The other half of the video that I want to see, because that does not justify anything. We
No,
know at this point that she was dead, and we know that these police officers went into the apartment to find absolutely nothing while crossing over her body like it's nothing. That's like the most inhumane thing ever. Like,
what
hey,
me was remember when the other police officer came, when the other two or three police officers came in the door and just stepped over her back. Oh, you knew she was dead. Why were you kicking her body? Oh, she's motionless. You think? How many times was she shot?
8 times. 8 times.
And it was almost like a police. It was like, they were crisscrossing and just they all in the bedroom and her body in the hallway.
Right. And then the comment made at the end, oh, she's gone. She's gone. Well, obviously, you guys didn't make a attempt to, check on her or anything.
My question is, why were the EMTs not called?
Exactly. They didn't want to.
But you're outside with the boyfriend. The boyfriend's really trying to contain himself. He's crying. But at what point did you call the EMTs? You're not a coroner. You're not a medical examiner. So how can you declare and say she's dead? You didn't. When you're shot the first time, you should have been calling for the EMTs to come.
But you know what? It just shows you how little they care about us as in people. We are probably the most disrespected race,
Mm.
but at the end of the day, this is why we get out. We use our voices. I don't want to hear, hey, well, our vote don't matter. You can't convince everybody, but please go vote because of people like that. When you put those people in power, we would never win.
And I'm here in Texas. They shut the polls down. I believe it's only one
I
week ago.
heard one poll.
One. The governor did that. One poll for these hundreds and thousands of people in Texas, Houston. So now they're encouraging us to, just mail in your ballots. Hell,
No,
because I don't want my ballot sitting on the side of nobody's road. I don't want it sitting in the back of nobody's postal truck. No. I don't want it still sitting in my no. No. They say, oh, because of the COVID-19. But you're allowing restaurants to open back up to, I believe, 75% capacity.
yes, no regards.
But we can't go. But you only have limited us. Is, I believe, one pole on this side and one pole on the other side of town.
And see, and that's voter suppression happened right before our eyes, right that moment. And this is what we have to change. I wish there was a way that we can hey, bus ride, everybody, let's go vote. But during this trying time, got COVID, can't do that. But all in all, justice for Breonna Taylor, Daniel Cameron, you owe her family at least one thing, and that's justice. Because he attacked Ben. See, I'm all over the place because he attacked Ben Crump for doing this. But no, sir, if you can't do it, you can't put away criminals. Somebody has to do it. All in all, justice for Breonna Taylor. Nobody deserves to go out that way, and we're gonna have to keep saying her name until we can't say it anymore, until we blue in the face, until she gets that justice.
We're gonna keep saying it. We're gonna keep saying it. We're gonna keep saying it because I really feel like the system has really truly failed her.
Yes.
You continuously show us that we don't matter, but we matter. We really do. So I encourage everybody, don't only vote for the president. You need to vote for your local council. You need to vote for your city council officials, your government officials. You need to get out there and you need to vote. No matter what they say, oh, it doesn't matter. Your voice will be heard. You just have to keep going. You cannot allow them to silence you. You have to get out there. You got to vote. And it starts from the top. And you got to go all the way down to the bottom, even down to your school officials. Vote. Get together and go to some of these city council meetings. You know, I've been to quite a few, and some of the things that I've heard these city council people say is disgusting.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, I don't care. All it's about money. It's greed. Money is definitely the root of all
evil. Yeah.
they care about. You know, they opened the schools up here in Texas. Some of the children have gone back face to face. My children are virtual. And some of the children and the teachers have contracted the COVID. So,
but yet they think it's safe for these kids to go back to school with no regards, and it's just gonna be. It's never gonna go away. I don't see this going away no time soon.
I received I received an email yesterday, sis, in regards to the elementary children going outside for recess. They have the option to either put the mask on or not when they're outside playing at recess. Make it make sense to me. Oh, okay. I just want to know. Make it make sense to me.
It don't. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. So if you are looking for your polling locations, I'm gonna play this clip. I made a clip for everything, y'all, because I want everybody to actually get out there and do it. So if you need help finding your polling locations, you can visit vote.org and
Hey
do
everybody, this
this.
is Kesh. If you're looking to find your poll location, you can visit www.vote.org, select find your polling location, and then from there you will go and click on your state, and it will take you to the website to check your poll location and your registration status. So get out there and vote. There's no excuse for this.
There you have it. So make sure you just get out there and vote. I go.
I love that.
Yes, because this is the thing. So my first episode. So this is the first episode of Peach Corner. So my whole thing with Peach Corner is what I want to do. I just want to bring some to the corner. So what I mean by that, we all probably from the hood. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just say that. And there's corner stores on the hood, and every time you see somebody coming out the store, that person, you end up dapping them up, having a conversation about everything. So that's why I decided to do Peach Corner, because here on Peach Corner we're talking just like regular people. We're talking about everything. Even if it's something important as voting, Black Lives Matter. We talking Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, everything that we need to bring awareness to our people. And we got Miss Maggie T with Luscious Change on here. Woo-hoo.
Hey guys.
Girl. So we got Miss Maggie T with Luscious Change. Of course, Ashley with Black Girls Update. These two ladies are doing big things. They're also on stream on YouTube at Black Girls Interrupted, on Facebook and Twitter at Let's Change or Black Girls Interrupted, and the list goes on. So I decided to do Peach Corner because I wanted to bring something. It's like bringing something to the table. Of course, it's like meeting somebody coming out the store. Oh, hey, girl, how you doing? Yeah, this. You start having a conversation, and a conversation is like anything. But with here, I wanted to bring positivity. I want women or anybody else to feel this is their aspiration. What's your aspiration to do? What you want to do? Your inspiration, what keeps you going? And I also wanted to shine the light on Black businesses every week. I want to have something called the corner store. So the corner store is something that I want to, like I said, have a business come every week, produce your product, do where they can find you or whatever. So that's what I wanted this to be about. I wanted it to be about positivity and just
I like
bringing
the
everybody
layout.
up. Huh?
I guess you changed the layout up. I like it.
Okay, it's better because everybody can see you. We all look there all super.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it. Like, I'm really Like me and Matt, we talked last Friday. Either before last, it was a couple Fridays ago. And I was saying, like, we should do girls' night, Friday night light, girls' night, where so this, when I tell you, I'm so proud of you. I love this.
And I don't normally do this. I don't like being on camera. Like I'm shy as hell. So I don't this is just the first thing for me. So yes, my girls came on here to help me out for being less scared. So that
Mm-hmm.
makes it easier. It makes
You
it
got
easier.
that.
What are you broadcasting on tonight so I can make sure it's shared?
I am broadcasting on Facebook at Kesh Corner,
Okay.
YouTube Kesh Corner,
Okay.
and
Let me try to
Twitter.
find it because I was trying to share it. 'Cause I didn't see it on your wall. Here we
Okay.
go.
You
I
I
see
got.
it
see it?
now.
I started a watch party. I went on ahead and started a watch party.
Okay. I found Keys Corners. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry I'm late to the game, y'all. I pretty much my AC went out. So it's just hot in this house. So I had to go get an emergency fan.
Oh yeah, you need those. And then it's the
Mm-hmm.
wrong time. Like right now, y'all got a big old light in my face, and I'm hot, and I need a fan. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
ain't nobody gonna be able to hear me. So
Okay. Well, do y'all want to come to Houston and get some of this wind and rain we're gonna get tonight?
Well, we got wind and rain, but it's
I
just
don't know.
humid. It's just hot and humid.
It's cool in here. When I tell y'all, it feels so good outside right now.
I'm tagging you too, Keish, because I didn't see that it was on any of your guys' walls. So I want to make sure you guys, everyone knows that you're on.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Because I want to play it safe, but I'll talk to you off air about it once we get done with this. So yes, so this is Keish Corner. This is me. This is everything goes. Whatever we want to talk about, we talking about. Even if I probably give like a second to an orange guy, but I don't know. I may not do that. You know. So
You know what I want to talk about? I
What's
want to
that?
talk about that fly that was on Mike Pence's
oh
head.
my goodness.
What happened?
The
Did you
fly
watch
that
the
was on my
debate, Megan? Did you watch the debate? Even
No, because we had a show during the debate too.
I
So
know. So I
yeah.
going back and forth between your shows, the debate, everything. I was doing everything
Oh,
in his head,
I
and
love the pink.
I'm like, sis, and I say, you know what? Even flies know when shit stinks.
Yep. And there you go. That was Black Twitter was going crazy. I'm mad I did not upload some screenshots, but Black Twitter was going crazy.
Girl, I
Girl,
missed it all. I'm missing everything.
I'm gonna have to send you the memes. They had one post that was like, "Oh my boy Fly Shy, he made it." It was
Yes,
so
it was fun. It was
funny.
it was funny. It was much needed too. Shit, I mean, hey, you full of shit. So if you didn't know,
Hmm.
I did drop the link to the polling location. So again, if y'all don't know where to vote, please go to vote.org and find your polling location by clicking your state. I'm looking at the camera, y'all. So
Okay.
now I've seen this and I know what money it is, and I want to bring awareness to it myself. So mental health awareness. And I know right now it's probably at an all-time high because of COVID-19. Everybody is so confined.
Yeah.
It's stuck in one place. You really don't have anyone to talk to.
Hmm.
And so Black Girls Interrupted and Blush Exchange did a video on mental health awareness. So I'm gonna ask you ladies, and you probably already answered, uh, how do someone know?
Um, how does someone know? To be honest, actually, let me pull out what I found, and that's kind of how I based it on my video. Um, Sometimes the signs are not really obvious at first, but I can kind of speak from experience because I deal with my own depression, and of course, I think you got, well, not maybe not you actually, but um, Kesh kind of knew when my daughter was she had like you said, everybody's confined in COVID. My daughter had a nervous breakdown to the point where she was seeing delusions and she didn't recognize who I was. But the signs was already there before then. She didn't have any motivation. She just laid around in her room. Her grades started failing. She was a little bit more irritated and anxious and just, antsy all the time. She didn't eat that great. Her appetite wasn't there, including myself. I was going through it because I was kind of going through it with my own marriage just recently throughout this whole ordeal, where we kind of separated a little bit. And I pretty much was extremely depressed to the point I couldn't even put food in my mouth and swallow it. It got that bad. Like food was just, I was rejecting it because I just didn't have the desire to even eat. And I might be skinny, but people know I love to eat. But I mean, I'm telling you, I didn't have any desire to want to do anything. So you have to, they may not show it right away, but it's definitely pure signs of depression when they're pushing their friends away, always making up excuses about, they'll say like, oh, I'm gonna be there, they're never there.
Right.
They don't, they pretty much close out everything. And that's something I did. And that's something my daughter, honestly, me and her was kind of going through our depression at the very same time. And it triggered mine even more because she ended up having to go into a facility for about a month. And COVID-19, where I couldn't even go and see her. That hurt my heart. And the way she was sounding, and I couldn't physically go and see her, that probably was the toughest part of my life I've ever experienced, ever. Childbirth and all that. I had to go through that. And for me to be sitting here now talking to you guys right now, like it still gets me a little emotional just talking about it. Because actually, you didn't know this is all in May. This happened to me just back in May. And I mean, honestly, they was to the point where they were saying, yeah, I don't think she's going to be able to come home because she was that out of it. But what they were doing, it was kind of, how they had to check out medicines and see things that worked for and everything else. So it's like I was going through that. Like I can't even touch my child. I'm going through my own marriage situation. So, so what I ended up doing was, I don't hate to talk too long for you guys, but
no, that's
what I ended up doing. Thankfully, my friend, my co-host Nikki, she was like pure romance. She introduced that to me. So that kind of got me out of my comfort zone a little bit. And then next thing you know, boom, I'm doing shows because I was already doing Atlanta Falcons Nation behind the scenes. But, my guy Mike was like, you need to be on camera. You have a gift. Because before I did all this, you knew I was doing Sutri Seconds.
Yeah.
Where I was using that as my way to reach out to, other people reaching out to me for help. It was like, it made me feel like, okay, at least I can give back to somebody else what helps me. And it just started becoming a little too overwhelming because you just don't understand. There's so many people out here suffering. And it was just me answering these people. Sometime in the middle of the night, they'll hit me up at 2:00 in the morning, just strangers. Just, I need to speak. I need to talk to somebody. Not everything requires medication. Not everything requires, sometimes you just can't get to that therapist right away. You need somebody to talk to, so.
Megan,
yeah.
Not to cut you off. How old is your daughter?
She's 14. Well, she's 15. I'm sorry. My son's 14. My daughter's 15.
My daughter is 17 now.
Yeah.
And last year, I had to make the hardest decision as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter became a cutter.
Yeah. Yep. It's real.
And I'm dealing with my own issue.
Mm-hmm. We all are.
I'm trying to be a better mother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dealing with relationship issues and my personal, like, boyfriend relationship, and trying to save my child. So I had to put her in a facility.
Yeah, same here.
She refused my visit.
Mm.
She told me she hated me.
Sometimes you just can't look at that, you know, because it was my daughter was like, "You're not even my mother." She was so out of it, and I'm
And
probably the most loyal, loving person to her, and she blacked out on me. That
and
was
it,
hard.
and it's like trying to deal with my own anxiety, my own depression. My daughter is dealing with her depression, her anxiety. I felt like I was on a seesaw. Like it was like this. And but I knew the signs, but mental if there's such a stigma to
Yeah,
mental illness, like I told Kesh, we've been conditioned to pray it away.
mhm.
Like if you went and talked to a therapist, you were crazy. They automatically, oh, you got, medication. Oh my God, you're crazy. So my daughter shuts down. She doesn't talk. And her way of coping, she draws, she
Okay.
paints. So some of the things that she draws and she paints, you're just kind of like, what's going on?
I have questions, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it could be a bit concerning.
Yeah,
Yep.
but that was her outlet. And now she's falling back into that state again. The COVID has really,
Oh,
because she can't be a 17-year-old. She's a senior this year. There's a chance, no crime,
yep.
and so now it's like she's at the end of the race and it's overwhelming to her. And then it's like I'm trying to deal with my own and I'm still trying to help. I'm trying to hold it together, but deep down I'm falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like I just listening to you, Maggie, share your story out. It moved me to tears because me and you are in that same boat together.
Girl, I'm telling you, every night I was crying. I'm telling you, because some nights I couldn't even even and you understand in those facilities. The one she was at, it was like you better catch that call while you can catch it, type of deal. Like she was in prison somewhere.
Mhm.
And only because it's like so many kids there, you only get like a couple of minutes, and it's like I'm trying to get everybody, three-way somebody so they can at least hear her as well.
Right.
Or if we tried to call this facility, it was like, oh well, they're not available. Call back at this time. It was just, I hated it. I
Mhm.
absolutely hated it.
And so she came home and it was like she did okay for a little while.
Okay.
We roll into the new year. Here comes this pandemic. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the whole world.
Put a halt on everything.
Yep.
And so I went through her cell phone and was reading messages, as any mom does.
Mm-hmm.
When you start to suspect they're going back into that, she wants to kill herself. She wants to die.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
and I told her, I'm not gonna let you die.
Mm-hmm.
And you're so right, Maggie, when you say we suffer in silence.
Yep.
We don't we don't have conversations like we're doing now because we fear people are gonna judge us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Live last night in my most vulnerable state. I was a wreck, but I had to release. And I told him anxiety, it sucks. Depression sucks. I'm
Mm-hmm.
Maggie, I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I'm running 3-4 hours on, sleep. I couldn't function at work and, you know, relationship. And I just I had to share my story. So I'm so proud of you for you to open up and share your story with me.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
definitely.
that's why I'm so glad that y'all got a chance to meet each other. Because, as we said, you never know who's going through the exact same thing that you're going through or went through. So
Yep.
it's all about growing. So this is serious. Everybody, like you said, everybody is conditioned not to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't need a psychiatrist for this. Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to.
Exactly.
And so that's why this is important. Um, as far as mental health, so would because I don't think I experienced anything like that. For me, it was more postpartum depression.
Okay. I remember you was going through that. I do remember that.
I remember that too.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
remember.
used to just take long showers and just cry. Never knew what I was crying for. It's some things I regret. I love my babies, but sometimes I was like, why I couldn't just wait to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I didn't even know my place. I was unhappy. The anxiety of just being a mom. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
what I was, just my mental state with that. I was just crying. And I didn't know what to do because I didn't know what was wrong with me. I was just
Yeah.
crying. I didn't feel like myself. I was standoffish. I didn't want to talk to nobody.
That's mental illness.
Mm-hmm. That is.
That's mental illness.
See, and you would never know.
Yeah.
You would never
Because
know.
you know why? Because they have stigmatized it to that's a white disease. Only
Mm-hmm.
white people suffer from mental illness. That's what I was taught. Only white people are crazy. Black people ain't crazy. Y'all better pray and do this and do that. And we ain't talking about it. And now it's at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
And black
Especially
men,
now.
black women.
Especially now.
I'm gonna get my link to whoever wanted to kind of see my little thoughts on it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that down just in case, because tomorrow is actually the actual date for the awareness. So even though everybody was celebrating all week, but October 10th is actually the day that everybody will be celebrating. So it's kind of perfect that this happened tonight. And then of course I saw your show yesterday where you just really opened it up to everyone. That's what we truly need though. Like I know I cut up on my show, but sometimes you have to talk about those serious things, especially around this pandemic. It's happening more and more and more and more because people are just concealed in these walls and can't go anywhere.
Right.
You got the damn president, and just a whole mess. You don't even know what's going on right about now. So you can't
And
even get relief. People not working. It's just so much going on right about that. Go ahead, Kesh. I didn't mean to cut you.
no, you're fine. And you're right. People not working, which leads to depression because now you got people wondering how am I gonna feed my family? How am I gonna pay my bills? I'm not gonna have a car by the time it's time for me to come back to work. So how am I gonna do this and do that? It's a lot going on. And like we were talking, because I'm in the medical field. So I've been lucky to, be one of those people who still have a job.
Yeah.
And the nurse made a good point. Just like everybody come for their wellness exams or their checkups, they need to have that for your mental check.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing this time? What's going on? How you feeling and stuff like that. They need to make that as important as your physical, your annual wellness. That should be implemented and it should be covered 100% because if not, a lot of things are going to happen to people who can't even afford a psychiatrist.
Exactly.
Agree with you. I made that because I work for AT&T, and T, and I hear these customers when they call in tears
Mm-hmm.
because they have to disconnect their TV service, and TV is the only thing they can afford is internet right now, and TV is their only form of entertainment. And I've had people call, I got to disconnect everything. When I tell you, this lady had me in tears on the phone. She told me, she said, I have to decide between entertainment or feeding my children.
Hmm.
Yep.
I dropped the phone. Like I told them how can you say that? When a person calls and says it's either TV or food, it's hard. And sometimes, like Kesh was saying, these jobs, I made mention to my manager. I understand you want us to take care of the customers, but find out how the employees are doing. We know the customers are going through this pandemic, but we're in it too. Our lives have been disrupted. Maggie, you just shared your story. Your life has been disrupted. Kesh, your life has been disrupted. My life has been disrupted, and everybody that's tuning in watching, their lives have been disrupted. Make sure you take care and find out how our mental health is.
Mm-hmm.
So got put out her apartment today because she got furloughed because of the pandemic.
Yep. And they throwing around these stimulus checks like it's just a joke. It's like these people are needing, and then you just giving them little money. That's really nothing to feed your kid and pay a little bill.
Because rent is $1,200 or so.
Can you say that again, sis? Because mine is.
So what about the rest of the bills?
My one bedroom is 1105 rent.
Yep.
And it's about maybe 800 something square feet. It's real.
Right. It's definitely real. And see, and nobody will never understand that. That's why I say, the stimulus money is good, but it's not going to cover everything. It's not going to cover everything. People are out here actually struggling, trying to think about where their next meal gonna come from. And then I understand everybody got bills. Landlords not working with these tenants. Phone companies not working with the tenants. We are all in a pandemic. If we're losing money, you're losing money. So why not?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if anybody at my job gonna see this, but I takes me a mental day because you need it. You need it. You have to take a mental day just to wind down. My mental breaks used to be me traveling home sometimes. And that used to relieve so much stress because I got a chance to get away from what I've been around for a while. Not my kids, but just to get away.
A change of scene.
Yeah, that's it. I don't care if it was just down there to get something to eat. Just to visit somewhere other than here. So people are really like losing their minds staying inside these four walls. Don't talk about how much domestic abuse is going on.
Oh, definitely. That's a whole the kids at home, not even just domestic abuse.
They killing these kids.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
I don't know if y'all remember this story earlier this year. It was, during the pandemic, whatever. The 2-year-old girl was found in the bayou. I don't know.
Houston, right?
And the boyfriend was on TV like, oh, I got, but it happened here in Houston. They just charged the mother and the boyfriend with murder. She was 2 years old, Malia Bass. I just read about the man whose baby was in the car. The high court, he refused, but he was under investigation by CPS initially.
Oh.
And the autopsy report, I don't know how true this is. I need to Google and do a little more research. But they say the baby was already dead.
That's what I was just about to say. They said because the way they were saying he got a newer version of the car, and it just shouldn't lock itself if you got the keys and the ignition or something, So if it blows the key, it's not going to lock. So that baby was already dead.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Trying to cover it up.
Yeah, because for you not to break your windows, because that's like a poor excuse right there. You don't want to break your windows. You don't want to pay for this. Baby, for mine, I'm breaking every damn window up in there.
I'm cutting tires. I'm busting the windshield, the back. I'm busting everything.
You cutting the tires.
But my thing is, stop having these babies if you don't want them. Do you know how many women out here suffer every day with infertility issues that cannot carry a baby? Having them and you're killing them.
Yep.
You are disgusting, and I cannot stand you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it because I'm learning to take that out of my vocabulary. I'm working on that every day. But I can't stand you. I despise you.
Mm-hmm.
These babies are so innocent. Why?
So this link here, Megan. Now y'all know I'm not really to say, but I will post that link into the description to bring mental health
Okay.
awareness by
I
Luscious.
know sometimes you can throw them in the comments, but I'm on the guest today, so I couldn't put it on there. But I know
Oh, look, hold up.
to look at the bottom. It's like a
I know because I'm gonna go back. I want to go back and watch it because when I tell you, Megan, I
there you
was
go.
over there crying today. I was like, I finally got. I was like, thank you.
That first step. Look at me and you must.
I was like, I finally found somebody that understands. When no, I was like, yes, and I'm crying, but they weren't sad tears; they were happy tears. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Maggie inspired me. Not only Maggie, my husband who in the background inspired me to actually get on and do this. Oh, and if you're watching, go to www.colorbykeesh.com and get you some lipstick. I'm just saying. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not
see that.
cool in the video, but yes, get you some lipstick. But this is y'all inspired me to do a lot of things. I never thought I'd be sitting here on YouTube showing my face, talking to the people who watch it. And I'm nervous as hell. So I'm glad y'all came on because at first I was like, you know what? I'm gonna swing it by myself. I probably would have been all over the place.
We definitely gonna talk afterwards because look, that's why I said I always gotta have me somebody. I mean, I probably can do it on my own too, but I just gotta have somebody. Hey girl, I gotta be able to lean over and say something to somebody. I
Look,
can't sit here and talk to myself the whole time.
Well, I
Especially people is like just looking like I better say something to me before I'm just sitting here talking to myself.
look, and especially you don't have no comments. You like, okay. So yeah. I'm just I would have been recording then, but I'm glad y'all came on because it gave me the little confidence I needed. I do need a co-host, but I have to change the whole logo thing, but that's fine. That's fine.
do it by yourself. You got it.
I'll
You,
try it.
you
So I
got
be
it. Like you told me, I gotta shake the. I went live by myself last night and just and we can do it. Whether
Mm-hmm.
whether we're alone. You ladies, we can do it.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Mm-hmm.
God don't put his toughest battles on his strongest soldiers for nothing.
Exactly.
absolutely not.
So Nikki, you could do it. Kesh, you could do it. Ashley, I could do it. We could do it. As long as we keep encouraging and we keep
Mm-hmm.
positive energy. Let me tell you something. Nobody will be able to touch this circle. You hear me? Nobody.
I just want to
Nobody
do that.
can touch this circle. Because let me tell you something. When you have too positive, nothing but positivity. But the moment we let a negative energy into it, it's not gonna work. It's
Mm-hmm.
be positive, encourage,
And
regardless
it's
of what we're going through. We got to do it at the end of the day because we got to pull it together. Because I'm telling you, we come that circle like Nipsey Hussle say, we from that circle you couldn't touch.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
you have to change your whole circle. Telling you, it took for me to change my whole circle. I had to find someone, and a lot of people may take this the wrong way. I had to find someone who was on what I'm on, what you want to be. It took for me to see people doing good things to be like, you know what? I want to do that. That's the kind of people that I like to have in my circle.
yeah,
I love y'all, cause y'all did that. We've been friends for the longest.
Exactly.
but I
But
want to say to Maggie on camera, on live, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your words were so encouraging. They were so powerful, empowering, uplifting, and I thank you for giving me the extra fire I needed
Mm-hmm.
and what I needed to do.
Yep.
So if nobody has told you today, you A1 and you the shit, girl.
I'm telling you, I don't get it that often. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't get it that often. There'd be so many people. If you just don't know my journey to get even here. I just didn't have like my co-partner, Mad Mike. We've been doing this for nearly a damn decade, and people did not want to believe in what we was trying to produce and do for everybody. Oh, y'all don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about? I know, know better than that. You didn't want to humble yourself and just listen just a little bit. That was our problem. So we had to leave that crew because they just wasn't on our level. It was like everybody had their own egos and their own agendas and just didn't want to sit down a little bit and like, okay, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Can you show me this just a little bit? They wasn't willing to do that.
Baby, she said that word, that ego, honey. That's
Yep. Whew. I ain't never had a huge ass ego. I just feel like I know I'm did this a couple of, a little bit. I know something, but I'm still learning my damn self.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not going to say I know it all, but at least I'm experienced enough to kind of give some people some type of guidance and encourage, because I didn't have that. I didn't have anybody encouraging me.
But that little information goes a long way. Because you may give Kesh a little piece of information and Kesh will add a step to it. So you give her one step and she may say, you know what, Maggie told me, and I'm going to say, all right, sis.
Man, that's what I did.
Come on.
Maggie did this.
Do this.
You know what I'm saying? She doing this. She got a whole show. Like,
let me tell y'all, we are going to be on Black Girls Rock. Do you hear me? I'm speaking that. I'm manifesting that. I don't know if it's in LA, Atlanta, but we're going to be at Black Girls Rock, walking the red carpet. Girl, I'm going to to the floor. I'm going to see. They're going to call us to the stage. We're getting awards.
The tongue is powerful, baby. Speak it into existence. Like Miss Nikki told me, thank it. Nikki B of Lust Exchange. Thank it is powerful.
You're going to be recognized for the first Black female that talks sports.
Yep.
Okay, that's your manifestation.
Yep.
I'm gonna be recognized because they're like, oh my God, this girl is so naked and vulnerable. Oh my God, she's got this Black girl interrupted. And then here comes Kesh. She got Kesh Korner. She got the messy corner, girl. She got the tea for the week.
You know what I'm saying? And then she got you gonna look right.
Yep. Them lips gotta pop. And then the eyebrows too. They coming too. I'm waiting to drop my eyebrow kit. We all need to. Yeah. The eyebrows gotta be right.
We're gonna be glammed up on these shows.
I'm gonna say, oh, hold up. Let me get my sisters on freeway. Sis, we on our way to LA, girl. We got nominated for Black Girls.
You have to speak it into existence. Whether it's we make our own Black Girls Interrupted right here, somebody gotta see us.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna see us. Lux Exchange, Black Girls Interrupted, Kesh Korner, Atlanta Falcons Natures. Everything we do, they gonna recognize all these faces. Shout out to Terror Artists for.
I know, Terror Artists.
That's not about platonic friendships. Can men and women be?
Oh yeah, you checked that one out, didn't you?
Too.
Girl,
that was a good one.
I said, oh, they got down, and I said I watched it 2 times.
Okay. Yeah, we cut up now.
I said, I want to know what you got in that cup tonight.
What you drinking?
That was a little bit. But I love the rock. It was cool. I was like, man, I like this.
I come on here. I have a good time. I enjoy myself.
I love guest starring on that. I had fun. The topics, the comments
be off the chain.
Oh my goodness.
That's what makes the show. Those folks be coming in there just with the craziness. Like, That's why I'm saying, if y'all watching right now, you need to be dropping some comments right now. Just however you feel, what you want to hear Kesh talk about. Black Girl Interrupted. If y'all want to throw some topics, this is the purpose of this show. Just go ahead and give her some ideas. Let's get it going.
Because my question for the day, Megan, what's in that cup?
I said it's a Ciroc. Ciroc. I was trying to make it cute. I can't be looking like an alcoholic on here. It's Friday night.
I know, right? And I left my bottle. I can't believe it.
But you know, so Kesh, can we get on the phone next week and I want to talk about. I want to know more. I want you to explain to me what made you want to get into makeup. What made you?
I know, right? So should I talk about it now or should I talk about it later?
They need to know who you are, to be really. Okay. Like somebody might not know who Kesh is. We need to know. Like what I mean, for real, because this is an entrepreneur right about here. Like she tried so many things. She did a t-shirt line, but sometimes I supported every shirts, everything. I don't care what it is. I'm buying. I'm supporting.
So this is another thing. So I'm not only am I using Kesh Korner to get everybody else out there, but I want to use it to get myself out there. I've always been a person who loved lipstick. I love lipstick, and I always wanted to do my own because I'm like, they have these colors, but they don't have this color. I like this color, so let me go get this color. That was my thing. It was always hard to find the color that I wanted, which made me be like, you know what? Now I'm about to have all the colors I want, and I do have all the colors I want, and I hope I have all the other colors that everybody else wants.
Because baby, they both be popping.
Yes, I love lipstick because it don't matter what you wear. You can have a whole yellow and you can put on a red lip and it looks good. Yep. It looks good. I've always admired how lipstick can make any look pop, no matter what you got.
And sometimes that's all you need is a pop of a lip, and that's it. Sometimes that's all you need.
You can wear all black, dark lip. But everybody's gonna be like, "Damn, your lip stuff." That's the reaction I want from my products. So that's why I decided to start Colors by Kesh. As you can see, you gotta wear your own brand. Colors by Kesh, shirt designed by Bully Browns on Instagram or Facebook. Indira is her name.
Put it in the comments so I can go check them out.
Yeah, Bully Browns on Facebook.
Yeah, because I need Lust Exchange shirts, to be honest.
Okay. Bully Browns. So I'll put her name in the comment. So yeah, so that's why I decided to do it, y'all.
Yeah. So you just gotta step out that comfort zone and just go for it. If something might not work, you move on to the next.
Right.
And on the corner, can you give us a little sneak peek of what's coming soon? Like lipstick, we getting ready to roll into fall, and I'm getting ready to get this Mary J. Blige color.
Baby, we about to have all these fall lipsticks with the eye drops to match. I am working on getting my own magnetic lashes.
Okay.
So look out for that.
Speaking of
magnetic.
Girl, I don't be trying to mess with down that glue and stuff. I take them right on off and keep it moving.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all gonna have to show me how to put them on, because
it's not difficult at all. It's easy. It is easy.
Uphill.
It comes with the mascara pencil, and you just kind of just outline your eye, and then it's a magnet. So of course, if you mess up, all you gotta do is pull it off because it's not glue. That's a great thing about it, and then you can kind of wipe that off and everything. So, and I found it. The funny thing is, I discovered it because it's some people that sell them. They sell them for a rate that It's overpriced. I found them on eBay. I found them on Amazon for less. I was like, y'all charging a little too much. I was like, they was looking at $50, $60. I'm like, I'm going straight to Amazon and go find them for myself. And I found them for cheap. So
I'm trying to do all sets because I already know how expensive it is. And I'm trying to make it affordable for everybody, baby. We doing eyeliner and eyelashes as one. And all the thing you would probably have to buy later on is just different style of lashes. Other than that, I'm just trying to make it affordable for everybody.
Yeah, because when they charging for the service or the brand or that type of thing. It's like
I need to get some lashes for the little eyes because I got them little Asian eye, like when I smile, my eyes closed.
No, they got the set I have. I don't know what Keisha's gonna have, but it's a set that it has three sizes. I don't do all the extra
fluffy 25 millimeters.
No, I want mine to be as natural as possible. I get the I don't like. I mean, I tried that, but you just be feeling weird with all that on your eyes and stuff. They be
fly away.
So and put some on Maggie.
And no shade to the lash sellers.
Hey, no. Look, I'm saying that's the business now. That is definitely the business.
I couldn't even see. I ended up snatching one of them. I said, you know what? This ain't too much. This too big.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, ladies. So this is part of the segment because I wish we had longer, but I'm gonna try to do an hour.
I mean, look, I ain't got nothing else to do. So to be real, I'm here.
To be real.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we here,
I go pull me a cup.
I know. I wish I had something to pour me.
I was really trying to be presentable, but since this is Keisha,
you don't know how Lush Exchange
on the corner. We on the corner.
Make it cute, but shoot, I be sipping every show.
You were on that episode. I saw it in. I say, is she lit? I said, yes, I need to tune into this every damn Wednesday.
With the wine cup be right there.
Because I needs to be lit too. Because
girl, because the stuff that come out of my mouth sometime, I'm surprised my damn self. I'm like, but I get people to laugh and have a good time though. For folks be just really having a good time on my show though. Because I don't want it to be where we're the view. Or I don't like all that little fake acting. Oh, we just gonna act like a little corporate, and we just no. I like to kick back and laugh and have a good ass time.
Yeah, I have my topics, but okay, so let's address this. Yeah, so I can't keep my hands. That's how. Yeah, so
man, y'all got nasty on that freak episode. I said, oh, they nasty. I said, oh, Kevin Gates nasty.
Girl, but you don't realize, I'm a pure romance. So of course, we always talking about sex and stuff
Speaking
like that.
Speaking of pure romance, next week I'm about to invite her on the show on live. You have to come over here because we're going to talk about what sex objects or toys or products we could use in the bedroom to spice some things up.
Okay.
Sound like somebody's gonna have another book.
It's gonna be the corner store next week.
Okay. Well, I would definitely be here for that. I'll be here for that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, y'all nasty.
We need some products. We need some products.
Girl, don't even get started. I got the products. I can display and everything. Well, I can't display the, because pure romance is certain things I can't display, but I can talk about them. So, but I can do the creams and the, stuff like that. I can, talk about.
I need a rabbit.
Hey, I look.
What about this rose that I keep hearing?
Ooh.
I keep hearing something about a rose. The rose. Look at Ashley. What about this rose?
You seem to know what it is.
I know. Spill.
That's pure romance. I'm gonna tell you that. That's pure romance.
Okay.
I said, oh, I was like a little sprinkler. I mean,
We all right, baby. This is grown. This is adult.
but
This is on the corner.
absolutely. But when we get into my episodes, when we talk about sex, oh yeah,
Maggie gotta come on for that too.
Yeah,
We need some
I'm there
progress.
for that. That's probably one of my lovely favorite topics.
like she
I'm
gonna
here
be
for it.
episode because we need to get these toys because you know why we as black women are so it's so toys no why
Please spice up your damn life. Or if you're by yourself, you gotta make sure you okay, because that's part of that mental health awareness.
it so is.
You gotta get that together. You gotta, if take care of you before you take care of somebody else.
And that's why I say, and you have to know what feels good to you.
Mhm.
Because if you don't know, how are you going to tell somebody else what feels good to you?
Exactly. That's
So-
how I always preach. You gotta explore. You gotta know your body, your whole self, before you expect somebody else to be able to know what's going on with you.
I'm saying you got man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the very first time I used a toy. And I say, oh, I had never felt that. Never.
See, because you get to pleasure yourself the way you want
You
to.
want to.
Yeah.
And so when I found that one person that was hitting that spot, we need this too. So I need you and I need Bob. You
Oh.
know,
Ooh.
you do that with your partner. I'm not saying do this with no random. I mean, to each his own. If that's what you do, whatever. But you do that with your partner. You because your body's becoming sync, and when your bodies are in sync, he's able to get that spot. And you able to, it. Boy,
Lord, look, we don't went from mental health and wellness to whatever.
Being nasty.
you know what? Sex relieves tension.
If you got a backache, have sex. If your leg broke, have sex.
Bad mood, have
Have
sex.
sex.
You're pregnant and the baby won't come. Have
Have
sex.
sex.
You had a bad day at work. Have sex.
If you're going to work, have sex.
If you got to work that food off, have sex.
It's the answer to everything.
To do. Sex is wonderful. It feels great with the right person. I feel like people need to partake in it more. Stop selling it for $40. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean,
So you finna start a whole other topic, but
God, we can get back on the quarter with that.
And I'm gonna make sure I remember it too. So what about these $40 that we supposed to, the last week?
Make a note of it. We're gonna get on that next week.
Because I know time. But I really thought about doing an OnlyFans page for extra money. Hell, I mean, in the pandemic, I don't know.
Hey,
You never know though.
You never know. Look, it's some people on there they be damn showing their feet on OnlyFans.
Exactly.
I have a couple of Facebook friends that have OnlyFans. And they showing more than just feet, baby.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm just playing.
Y'all a trip.
I mean, I see a couple of them upload videos on Pornhub. However, you got to make your extra income. God bless you, but
Well, I don't knock nobody's hustle trying to get them an extra couple of dollars.
Right.
I need you for more. I need you to charge more than $5.99, baby.
Baby, if you want to see these,
because knee pads cost more than $5.99.
You say knee pads?
Oh my God!
That's the one. Knee pads. They're about $12.99, but I'm just saying.
If you go to Academy or you go to Dixon, buy, baby, you're not finding no knee pads under $20. So I feel like your page, if you're tuning in, watching this, girl, you need to be charging more than $5.99 for what you be doing on your OnlyFans.
If you keep wearing the same thong on your OnlyFans, you better charge $3.99 because that's cheesy. No shade.
It need to be 99 cents with a coupon.
To Victoria's Secret.
Has anybody ever logged on to that thing? Like, is it really live, or is it like some videos they throw up, or what is it really?
Sometimes it's live, sometimes it's not live.
I've never really logged on it. I just probably clicked the link, and people be charging like $27.99 and stuff like that. I'm like, that's you know how many streaming services that is, baby. I can put that $27.99. I'm about to watch nobody cook. I know how to cook.
I don't need to watch nobody because I know how to do that.
Yeah.
No, porn free.
Pornhub and all that. I mean, I don't get these OnlyFans things because you can go find that for free. Type it right on in and right there.
Let me tell you, I got cable killers because I don't have cable. I stream.
I got cable killers.
And baby, they got a whole adult
section
with about what 50 something.
So they got free porn for the low. Shout out to cable killers. Thank you.
Once a month.
You can watch all the pay-per-views. $33 a month.
Baby legs on that adult chat, I be looking. I'm talking about it. I see my other hand in the cat. I be baby, you taking that like a pro, boo.
Look at Cardi B. She want to gag. She want to choke. She want to touch that little thingy thing that's swinging the back of the throat.
Exactly.
Oh, we're gonna get put off here.
No, we're not. I mean, some of them other videos that I seen, hey,
even Facebook got free porn.
Yeah. You're right.
But you know what? It brings me back to that. You can have all that on Facebook, but when it comes to okay, so say for instance the Philando Castile. Oh, y'all want all that removed, but yeah, you got somebody walking around here showing a girl
wives and all that other stuff.
Their pocketbooks.
Some of them look like Coach purses.
I am sick of you.
Because Facebook been banning me like, I don't know what Facebook been doing, but they've been like hitting me for like not going against the policy or something for little dumb stuff. I see worse than that. And stuff that I did years ago. Going back in my archives, like I cut up sometime on my Facebook. I used to. I don't calm down just a little bit.
I was a couple of years on your page, and that's the wrecking ball right there. I love it. But you're so nice and calm. I'm like,
yeah.
I want her from 2 years ago.
Let me tell you something. Meg, this how long we've been friends. Remember those groups?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, not the football group.
I know which group.
Oh, see, you don't took it back.
Oh, I know. I was in a lot of those groups.
You was in it too? Look at Maggie. Maggie, we remember.
We sure that was before Antonio.
We were flirting at this time. Yeah.
Them groups.
Them groups.
And it was only like maybe 50 people in the group. Oh, yes.
The spot is something like that.
Oh my! See, you took it. I had to get up out of all those type of groups. I was like, I don't have no business up in here because I ain't gonna be going to meet nobody, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of hookups happened.
That's true. Now, I ain't gonna say that, but hookups did happen. So I was trying to get up out of this because this shouldn't be happening.
I'm telling you,
it was fun.
It was. You should have just left it in the inbox.
Thank you.
Because, baby, let me tell you, because one of them, baby couldn't eat cootie to save his life. I say I'd rather watch paint dry. I told him, baby, please get up.
Could it do anything else though? Like you can't do that. Oh my God! So you can't even make up for anything.
because it wasn't going down. At that part, I was disappointed. I told you know what, come on, because I got to go give me something to eat now. And he's very well known on Facebook. I won't say his name. I won't say his name. But he's a clown on Facebook. And I had to eat him up one day on Facebook. And I told him, do you remember that night? He hurried up and
You had to remind him.
absolutely, when I was looking at that smoke detector, the light, because I was not even into. I told her, "You're gonna have to get up. I got to go get me something to eat now."
Oh,
But see, that's how you know when it's just bad. Because sometimes you're probably like, okay, I'm gonna go through with it. But see, if it's real, real bad, you like, oh, hell no, I gotta go. Don't talk to me again, girl. It's so bad you have to change your number.
He blocked me. We got into it on Facebook because he was trying to clown one day. That's the worst thing you could do, sugar.
That's the worst thing you can do.
You eat coochie like a cat licking milk out of bowl.
Oh,
Go have several seats. I was like, you too handsome to not know how to. We'll talk off camera. I'll tell you who it is off camera. I won't say live, but I'll take y'all off camera.
Okay, so on that thought, lady, let's get to the final thoughts because we got to hit this.
girl.
Okay, so on today's episode, because we're gonna definitely talk about this on camera. So final thoughts. I thank y'all for joining me for the first episode of Kesh's Corner. Remember, you have to be the change that you want to see. Make sure you vote. Make sure you mental check yourself every day. I'm sorry. That means like how you feeling. It's okay to ask yourself how I'm feeling today. And you know how you're feeling. If you don't, I'm just saying like, I'm rambling all over the place. That's okay. But always do a mental health check on yourself.
Absolutely. Check on your friends.
You gotta take care of you first.
Even if you make sure but reach out to your friends, even if it's a text, a quote, a song, just something. The next person, we gotta keep the sister circle going. Pass it on. Pay it forward to somebody else. Those are my final thoughts. I do want to say again, thank you, ladies, for everything that you guys have done to help me get on my journey. Kesh, thank you so much for having me on the show tonight. I had a ball, and baby, you might want to pull your drink when I tell you about this person.
I know. We're gonna get to this. Well, you know me. I'm always here to support Kesh, and I don't make Ash. So I'm just excited, and I'm all about empowering women and women just doing this because the dudes they dominate and take over. Yeah. They're everywhere. We need women because one thing about us, not us, but it's just women. We tear each other down. We don't support each other. Why not come together and support one another? It's so much greater that you can do together. Everybody got their own individual things, but sometimes when you come together too, it just works out.
Because I'm ready for that lush exchange brunch.
Me too.
I'm ready for the Black Girl Interrupted brunch. Keesh's Corner brunch. Us to take that trip to Vegas because they want us to go live. I want them to interview us in New York from the Breakfast Club. And they're asking, they want to know what did you need to come up with this. I'm manifesting it. I'm speaking it upon you.
I'm speaking to existence.
Because guess what? I can guarantee you, if not in 2 years, we gonna be on Black Girl Friday. Beverly Bond is gonna be calling us. So, Miss Beverly, if you hear us, call us.
So, in the spirit of election, I've decided that each and every week of my show, I'm going to play one clip from Pastor Wesley, and I hope it inspires everybody to vote. And so, I'm going to play this clip, and you won't see us until next week, Friday at 8:30. That's what it is. Friday at 8:30. So again, when we all vote, we get a change that we want to see. So here's the clip for Pastor Wesley, and we'll see you all next week.
All right, y'all.
Love y'all.
Thank you.
This vote in November is not about the next 4 years. It's about the next 40 years. Let me take you back to Constitution and governance. The President of the United States has the authority to place men and women as judges all across the district courts, the appellate court, and the Supreme Court. This current president, in his 4 years, has appointed more judges than every other president except Jimmy Carter. In 4 years, President Donald Trump has appointed 198 judges to the bench, 2 to the Supreme Court, some 50 plus to appellate court, and the rest to district court. And many of those appointees will sit as justices of judgment for the rest of their lives. 198 judges have been appointed by this president. Do you know how many of those 198 appointees are black? Of the 198 judges that this president has placed on the bench, not one of them is black. Not a single black face sitting as a judge under this president. 198 judges, and not one of them is black. So when you don't vote, you don't determine who stands at trial. When you don't vote, you don't get to sit in the jury and determine the fate of those in trial. When you don't vote, you don't get to help determine the judge that sits on the bench. So don't tell me you out here hollering Black Lives Matter if you don't vote. Black lives don't matter to you if you don't vote. Don't tell me you're mad that Daniel Cameron has not indicted the police officers who killed Breonna Taylor if you don't vote, because you ain't got nothing to do with it. How dare you not vote? When we don't vote, we dismiss ourselves from being part of leveling the playing field of justice in the United States of America.